Something big is happening in America and China has just entered the chat. Hello and welcome to TimesXP. I am Dhriti Athri, and a quiet diplomatic room in Beijing all of a sudden turned electric when a reporter asked a very simple question. What does China think about the US strikes near Venezuela? And Mao Ning, China's sharp spokes foreign ministry voice, that person didn't hold back. He said the US must stop. That's right, with calm but cutting words, she particularly said that China firmly opposes any outside power interfering in Venezuela's internal matter. Latin America is a zone of peace and the US must respect that. But you know what triggered this response? Let's roll back this tape. The US strike in the Pacific that killed 3 here. Just hours earlier, the US Southern Command proudly announced something dramatic. A lethal strike on a vessel sailing in the Eastern Pacific. The US claims that the boat belonged to a drug smuggling network, a network Washington openly links to the people in Venezuela's leadership. 3 people on board, they were killed, and the message from the US, it was loud and clear: we will hunt these groups anywhere, land or the sea. Now, from China's perspective, this wasn't law enforcement. This was Washington expanding its military footprints right next to Venezuela and far from the US shores. So, Beijing drew a line. No interference, no excuses, respect Venezuela's sovereignty. Also, the tone, it was unmistakable. While the diplomatic firestorm was actually rising, Washington had already moved another giant piece on the chessboard. The USS Gerald R. Ford, the world's largest aircraft carrier, now sits in the Caribbean Sea. Now, not for an exercise, of course, not for the goodwill visit, but as part of a massive anti-drug and anti-crime operations that all of a sudden looks a lot like military pressure campaign. Well, the US State Department, they dropped its biggest accusations yet. From November 24th, a group it calls the Cartel de Los Soles, which Washington claims is controlled by Nicolas Maduro and top Venezuelan official, will be labeled a foreign terrorist organization. Now, this is no small step. Terrorist designation allows sanction, seizure, military action, and intelligence ops. And guess what? Another report claims that Trump has already authorized the CIA to prepare covert operations inside Venezuela. You can see the battlefield is being drawn quietly but very clearly.